KGW+.
After nearly 6 weeks, the government shutdown could finally be ending. We'll break down what's going on in D.C. today.
And the U.S. Department of Agriculture walking back the dispersal of SNAP benefits after a judge ordered benefits be paid in full Friday. What this could mean for you, plus.
We're all in this together, and the community's really showed up for us.
As those SNAP benefits remain up in the air, we'll take a look at what one local business is doing to help those in need. Sunrise streaming live at 7 starts right now.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us live at 7 o'clock. I'm China Green.
And I'm Tim Gordon in for Drew Carney on this Monday morning. Rod Hale, Chris McGinnis standing by for a look at the weather and traffic out there. It's still dry, right, Rod?
Yeah, it is. And for the most part, this will be a dry Monday. We have a lot of cloud cover, and that means it's not cold outside. Radar is picking up some rain offshore, and then up into Washington. There's been a little bit of rain in Astoria. Looks like a little smidge of rain starting to work inland through Clackamas County as well. But with that said, if you look off to the east, you can see some thinning cloud cover in the base of Mount Hood from the Vancouver, the Springs at the waterfront. Good visibility, obviously. 50 degrees is the number. Here's the view over the square and the courthouse from the Pioneer Park building downtown Portland. Again, that temperature is out at PDX. So to the bus stop we go. One of those days, don't be surprised if all of a sudden you feel a brief raindrop at some point. But overall, we expect to be dry. Sunrise 7:03. 40s to 50 degrees out the door, mid-50s at noon. Not much wind today. We get up to about 58 degrees when the kids get out of school. Pretty quiet Monday, Chris.
And so far, Rod, mostly quiet on the roads, although one or two trouble spots. We had a disabled vehicle on the southbound Glen Jackson Bridge. It's over on the shoulder now, so no lanes are blocked, but there's a little bit of local slowing getting around that. Here you can see I-205 at SR 14, so a little unusual to be tapping the brakes right now at this hour of the morning anyway on that southbound commute. This we expect. I-5 southbound traffic starting to plug up at the interstate bridge. The bird's eye view shows that traffic is slowing to about 25 miles an hour there. So with that in mind, the trip from Clark County, guys, that is up a few more clicks here, about 16 minutes or so to get you in from Main Street to the Fremont Bridge. China?
Thank you, Chris. This morning, a Clackamas County man is in the hospital after deputies shot him last night. It happened near Sandy along Southeast 362nd Avenue. A 911 caller reported that his 44-year-old son set a utility trailer on fire. Deputies and an Oregon State Police trooper found the man and shot him, but the sheriff's office didn't say what led up to the shooting. He was taken to the hospital and is in stable condition. The deputy is on paid administrative leave, which is sheriff office policy.
We got some big news this morning. The government shutdown now in its 41st day could end soon.
Yesterday, 8 Democrats joined Republicans to reach a tentative deal to fund the government for the next couple of months. Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz joins us now. So Thomas, walk us through this deal.
Yeah, well, guys, the key point of this deal is that it funds the government through January 30th. Now, those 8 Democrats siding with Republicans that gave a 60-vote threshold, which they had to meet to pass the bill through the Senate and now goes on to the House of Representatives. A key part of this bill here is that it's really 3 bills to fund certain departments through next year, including SNAP benefits. It reverses shutdown layoffs of federal workers and guarantees federal employee back pay as well. It also sets a vote on government health care subsidies for December, though Democrats are divided if a vote on those subsidies is good enough.
Over 20 million Americans are going to see at least a doubling in their premiums in the Affordable Care Act.
Democrats who voted for the deal say tying the government shutdown to the health care issue just wasn't working. Meanwhile, Republicans are confident this deal will hold.
Looks like we're getting close to the shutdown ending.
I'm optimistic.
Now here in the Pacific Northwest, Democratic senators have en masse voted against this idea. They say that President Trump and the Trump administration is using vulnerable families as bargaining chips. Still, if this does pass on from the Senate, it goes to the House of Representatives before then landing on President Trump's desk. Guys.
All right, we're going to be watching that one closely. Thomas, thanks very much. Well, 27 flights have been canceled at Portland International Airport within the last 24 hours. That is according to FlightAware. Yesterday, PDX saw 16 canceled flights and 32 others delayed. This comes after the government ordered a 10% cut to flights at the nation's 40 busiest airports, PDX included. Federal workers there have now gone more than a month without pay. And the U.S. Transportation Secretary warns they'll have to make deeper cuts if the shutdown lasts much longer.
Meanwhile, even more uncertainty this morning surrounding a critical federal food assistance program. In a major walkback, the U.S. Department of Agriculture is directing states not to issue full SNAP benefits this month. So on Friday, the department said that it would resume full SNAP funding after a judge ordered the Trump administration to do so. A memo Saturday directed states to reverse any unauthorized payments and warned that noncompliance could lead to funding cuts or financial liability. Oregon's Attorney General criticized the move on CNN.
I think here in America, we should never, it doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican, we should never accept when Americans are going hungry. And it is just such a bizarre turn of event that we have a president that's fighting so hard to take people's food assistance away.
It's unclear exactly how the USDA expects states to get back any unauthorized SNAP payments. Governor Tina Kotek also sent out a response saying that the state acted lawfully with court orders and that she's, quote, disgusted that President Trump is trying to take back SNAP benefits. In Washington, Governor Bob Ferguson told recipients to check their cards. If there are funds available, they can use them.
And with all the SNAP uncertainty, Non's Taqueria has been one of the local businesses that's decided to do what they can to help those whose benefits are in jeopardy.
Jay Coulter brings us a story from the restaurant Food Box Package and Delivery Day.
We started a week ago, we did 25 boxes, and 2 days later we did 50, and then 2 days later we did 100, and today we're doing approximately 140.
A community center turned food packing and distribution center Sunday as volunteers put together boxes full of food and essentials to those in need. Non's Taqueria owner Miranda Louise Silva posted a TikTok last month before the SNAP pause, saying that if anyone needed food, she'd be glad to offer it. But when SNAP actually paused this month, there was a large influx of those requesting help.
We got an email line set up. We had a whole admin team come together of like 20 people and organize different avenues that people could contact us and let us know that they needed help. And it went from people saying we need help in a couple of days to almost everyone in urgent need of food.
Sunday's boxes consisted of things like chicken, milk, cereal, pasta, fresh produce, but also things like diapers, wipes, and pet food. Volunteer organizer Leah May says the community has been so generous.
It's really beautiful too, as we're doing the shops, as we're in Costco, people ask us, why do you have so many gallons of milk? What's going on with all this bread? And people are pulling out of their wallets and handing us a 20. And just the community, we're all in this together, and the community's really showed up for us.
Fellow restaurant owner Michelle Quijano on site Sunday to help out.
Just made contact and rented out this facility. I have access to this because I live in this area, so rented out this facility to allow the space to kind of increase the operations as much as we could.
May says more than 120 boxes Sunday will feed more than 500 people, and they fed around 2,500 in the last 10 days. Going forward, they want to continue to collect donations to fund a weekly food distribution like Sundays. Luis Silva says all the donation links can be found on Non's Taqueria's TikTok page. Jay Coulter, KGW News.
Great to see the community helping like that. And we will, of course, continue to bring you the very latest on the government shutdown, both on air and over on our streaming app, KGW Plus, which you know about if you're watching us right now. You can also visit our website. It has all our previous coverage detailing the extent of the shutdown's impact.
Montgomery County Animal Services is calling on the community to adopt a pet. They say that the Troutdale facility is over capacity with dogs outpacing adoptions. Right now, Animal Services is not able to take any surrenders, so they're asking those in the foster program to reach out to possibly take in a dog temporarily to help with capacity.
Well, that's a beautiful shot of Salem this morning. Fall colors still looking really good out there.
Very, very orange.
Yeah, very orange.
Very orange. All right, Rod Hill, taking a look at the forecast today. It looks chilly to me. I don't know for certain, but it just looks.
It's interesting you say that, China, because I think when you look outside, it's kind of gray. I'm with you. You think chilly, but the reality is the opposite. Often this time of the morning when you wake up, you see gray skies. Temperatures are in fact quite mild because the clouds kept temps from cooling off overnight. And that's the case this morning. So really nice as you begin your day. We have clouds spreading across much of our 2 states. Some rain so far being picked up mostly in Washington, just really light stuff. Good visibility over the state capitol this morning, and there's that comfortable temperature of 46 degrees, not bad at all. Winds are mainly light across the area this morning. We're in the 40s to low 50s, mainly the 40s. It's now 48 in Battleground, but there's Portland 51 out along the airport, Columbia, and 50 in Vancouver. 44 Corvallis. Silverton, good morning. You have a nice comfortable start to your day at 53 degrees. Our weather map for today. Chance of some light rain, mostly traceable showers pushing inland. And the best chance to see anything would be near Portland, Tillamook, Astoria up into Kelso, thinning clouds to the south and out across to the east. If you get some rain today, it's probably going to be just traceable stuff. So really mainly dry weather. Nice day though in Central Oregon, as I mentioned. Bend today 65 degrees with partly sunny skies. Our 7-day forecast. So today pretty quiet, 58. No rain chance period tomorrow, about the same number, 58 degrees. Shower chances Wednesday, a day that weather models love keeping us dry, so we'll see. We definitely don't expect any really active or noticeable weather until we get to Thursday, so several days away. That's a pretty good front. Rain at times Thursday and Friday. Saturday's a bit of an in-between day, and then another front comes in on Sunday. If you are traveling this Thursday afternoon through Friday into Friday night, snow levels expected to be down to Cascade Passes. Here's Chris.
Oh, now our ears perked up. All right, let's get you out to the east side. Heads up in Wood Village here. Just getting word of a crash on Northeast 238th Avenue, right through the heart of Wood Village. This is going to be just south of Errata Drive. So there is some local slowing getting around that. Of course, that's one of the big thoroughfares to get you from Interstate 84 and then up into Troutdale and out to Highway 26. All right, back to the freeway drive. An earlier situation on the Glen Jackson Bridge has cleared, but there's a little, I want to say just a little slowing right now getting out of Clark County on that side of town. The I-5 drive, of course, significantly slower, and we expect that this hour of a Monday morning commute. Right now, 14 minutes gets you in from Main Street to the Fremont Bridge. And a quick check of some of our other drives here. Over in the Banfield, I-84, there's your westbound traffic coming in from Hollywood near Lloyd Center. The taillights there tell the story. We're starting to tap the brakes a bit, but guys, so far drive times are in pretty good shape.
Thank you, Chris.
At age 3, the only thing I think we should be considering is getting them into a little habit of being clean and just hygiene.
Still to come on Sunrise, kids getting into skincare early, but some parents are asking, how soon is too soon when it comes to worrying about your skin? But one doctor had to say when Sunrise streaming live at 7 continues in 2 minutes.
And the KGW Great Toy Drive is going on right now. And of course, we need your help filling up the KGW Toy Box, which you're giving you a live look at right now here at the studios. You can visit kgw.com/toy and send us a toy from our wish list, or you can do it the old-fashioned way. Just drop off a new unwrapped toy at any IQ Credit Union, Fred Meyer, or local Toyota dealership, and help us bring a little joy to local kids this holiday season. We'll be right back.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
Actor turned entrepreneur Shay Mitchell just launched a new skincare line for 3-year-olds. It has parents asking how soon is too soon when it comes to skincare. NBC's Stephanie Goss reports.
What is Weenie? This morning, a new skincare line for kids igniting a fierce debate.
When did we start to think that 3-year-olds need to be obsessed by anti-aging or makeup?
Rini, which means children in Korean, is a new company from actress turned entrepreneur Shay Mitchell and 2 of her friends. Mitchell says it was inspired by her own experience with her 2 daughters wanting face masks she thought were inappropriate.
The ingredients in these masks are crazy. They actually shouldn't be used for kids at all.
Her beauty brand has face masks designated for growing faces ages 3 and over.
We are committed to being dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic, vegan, cruelty-free.
Mitchell says it's not about beauty, but self-care that's fun, gentle, and safe. But some parents and healthcare providers are not so sure.
At age 3, the only thing I think we should be considering is getting them into a little habit of being clean and just hygiene.
Generation Alpha, which includes children ages 15 and younger, has been swarming into beauty stores, dubbed on social media Sephora Kids. They spent $4.7 billion on beauty and skincare in 2023 alone. That demand is driving new so-called skinfluencers on social media.
Get ready with me for my best friend's pool party.
Like 11-year-old Naya, the star of a viral TikTok account run by her mom, Ashley.
I've learned a lot about skincare and makeup. I've learned how to have a lot of fun with my mom. This one's kid-friendly.
The pair says it's a way to start healthy routines together.
That if your children are old enough to be curious about it, it's time to have a conversation.
When it comes to using preventive skincare products, doctors say kids should wait until puberty.
Wait till there is an issue, when their skin actually changes, then you start targeting their skin with specific products.
All right. I like her take. I like that. It's just too young.
I'm with Tim. The floor is yours, China.
I was saying, because they were saying like, yeah. And I was like, you're going to hate my take. My take is as a little girl, I remember looking at my mom thinking I wanted to do what she was doing.
Yeah.
She wasn't super innocent skincare, but if she was, I would want to do it.
Sure.
And so I feel like that's a bonding moment that you can have with your mom where she can give you that face mask and you can do it pretend. Because kids are smart, and if you give them like a fake lipstick, they're like, this isn't lipstick, and they're gonna put it on anyway. So
but
why
not? At 3?
They don't have to use it. I think there's a line between making sure your kid is doing skincare every day, but having it available for if there's like that mommy and me moment.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, they do have Johnson & Johnson skincare stuff. So why not have like other stuff that maybe looks a little cuter, that the kids feel like they're like mommy.
Good way to bond. You're right.
Yeah.
You won me over, and I was not expecting you to win me over. You won me over.
It's not like they have to do that. This is their skincare line. They have to do, but just have it, and then if you want to have fun with your daughter, then do it.
Okay.
It is good to care for your skin too.
I wish somebody told me to wear sunscreen decades earlier, because I didn't
sure.
start until my mid-20s, and I have a lot of sun damage. I would have started at 3, but maybe in my teens.
All right. Well, you won me over. Here's the weather. And, and Tim and I were talking. Obviously, Tim and I shouldn't really have opinions on this because we just naturally have looked this way for years.
Yeah, that's right.
There is a filter on the camera right now, just so you know.
Oh, I need a filter.
All right. Hey, how about quiet weather until Thursday? We're doing okay in the rain department. It's really important to get off to a good start with the rainy season, which we think of starting November 1. And we are off to a good start. So we're okay with a few quiet days. Thursday rain and Friday rain are likely. And while there is a rain chance today, another rain chance Wednesday, this is when, now rain's kind of impacting your day. Snow at pass level Thursday night through Friday. Saturday's kind of an in-between day. I have a scattered shower threat. Some of the models show a 50, 55 mile per hour winds kicking up Saturday overnight, south gusts along the coast into the next front that brings likely rain on Sunday. So that's kind of a what to watch for roadmap of what I'm seeing on the forecast charts this morning. All right, why am I not? Hey, Christopher McGinnis, you're over there. Can you advance my weather computer? Is it logged in?
I can do that, yes.
For some reason, maybe I did not have it in play. I'm trying to get to the next map.
All right.
Chris McGinnis,
always
has my. Whoa, that went to the winter outlook.
Okay, well we'll get around that.
Well, that's fascinating. By the way, this is a reminder. Chris is going to get us back.
Which map do you want, sir?
You can take me back to that one that was just up, or even at this point a sky cam or anything you see lit up midway down. A reminder, you can get to my winter outlook still on our KGW platforms, including YouTube. And if you really just search Rod's winter outlook, it will come up. 7 days, always a great choice, Chris. Thank you for bailing me out. So apparently I did not have things in the right mode, and for that I apologize. But I will tell you, we're cloudy out there this morning. Temperatures are mid-40s to about 50 degrees out the door. We have light winds. And the forecast wording of mainly dry is probably the best way to put this. Could be a traceable shower pass at some point. Tomorrow, partly sunny, 58 degrees. Shower chances Wednesday, but weather models keep us dry, so we'll see. And there's that likely rain on Thursday and Friday. For your upcoming weekend, Saturday looks to be kind of an in-between day. It's tough to tell how much rain we get or do not get, but there's another weather system on Sunday that would bring likely rain in, a temperature of 53 degrees. Turns out these clickers only work if you have the weather box in the correct spot. Chris, thanks for bailing me out there.
Rod, you know what you did?
What did I do?
You just aced your consultant exam. You spent 45 seconds on the 7-day.
Yeah, the consultants do like that.
They're going to like, yes, yes. All right, let's get you out the door right now. We have one trouble spot right now over in Wood Village. 238th Drive right now. Looks like a possible injury crash near Aratus. So that's right down the hill from Gleason. Obviously a little bit of a pinch point there. Photojournalist Alyssa Taylor is actually on the scene here. And you can see the traffic is a little slow getting around that, as it appears that the southbound lane right now is blocked, or at least partially blocked. Getting around that. Okay, back to your drive out of Clark County. Slow and steady over the interstate bridge. There's I-5 at SR 14. That drive up to about 13 minutes or so to get you in from Main Street to the Fremont Bridge, which is not all that bad. Quick check of the trip over the Glen Jackson Bridge. We had some earlier trouble there. That's out of the way, so it looks like we're back to mostly free flowing there. And a quick check of the Interstate 84 commute. There's the Banfield. That looks pretty good as well. Right now, the drive times are in pretty good shape. Tim, no major complaints on this Monday morning.
All right, Chris, thanks a lot. Great teamwork there between the both of you. Still to come on Sunrise, new federal indictments in the sports betting scandal. This time rocking Major League Baseball. 2 Cleveland Guardians accused of rigging their own pitches. About the latest when our newscast Sunrise on KGW Plus continues right after this.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
To the sports world, and another betting scandal, this time involving Major League Baseball, after 2 pitchers were charged in a scheme to rig their own pitches. NBC's Stephen Romo has more.
A bombshell rocking the baseball world with an explosive new indictment unsealed today, charging 2 Cleveland Guardians pitchers in connection with an alleged bet rigging scheme.
I think it's huge. First reaction was shock.
Prosecutors say Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz intentionally threw balls instead of strikes on certain pitches in exchange for bribes or kickbacks from sports bettors. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York saying it started as early as May 2023, first with Clase before Ortiz joined. The pair are charged with conspiracy, fraud, bribery, and more. Prosecutors writing in part that the players illegally enriched themselves and their co-conspirators misled the public and betrayed America's pastime.
They undermine the integrity of the sport as a whole. And if people break the most widely known rule in all of baseball, they should suffer the consequences.
The Guardian saying we will continue to fully cooperate in the investigation. Major League Baseball writing our investigation is ongoing. This comes on the heels of other gambling scandals like last month's arrest of a Portland Trailblazers coach and Miami Heat guard for alleged poker and betting schemes. Authorities say both Clase and Ortiz have been on paid leave since July when the investigation started. Today, Ortiz's attorney releasing a statement denying the charges and vowing to fight the case. NBC News has reached out to Clase's team but have not yet heard back. On Monday, the players will make their first appearance in federal court for a hearing. Stephen Romo, NBC News.
I feel like it's like a sick joke that someone's playing on me, but I know that he's gone.
Coming up in our next half hour, a mother's call for answers after her 20-year-old son was shot and killed in downtown Portland. Plus, thousands of workers at OHSU prepared to go on strike. Thomas Schultz joins us live from OHSU for more on the possible impacts.
KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
We are coming up on 7:29 on your Monday morning commute. We take you out to Wood Village. Photojournalist Alyssa Taylor on the scene here of an injury crash. This is at 238th Drive. It's just south of Arata, right down the hill from Halsey. That busy stretch through Wood Village. It looks like traffic is moving once again. So a little bit of good news as far as that's concerned. Back to the freeway drive, I-5 from Clark County, slow and steady over the Interstate Bridge. Right now, you got about a 15-minute commute to get you in from Main Street to I-405. Rod?
That's good, Chris. 15 minutes. Almost wish I was working 9 to 5. Not really. Here's a look at our Snookways Casino Resort camera. We have cloudy skies in Lincoln City. We have clouds across the region. Here's the Reserve Vineyards and Golf Club out in Washington County. We're at 50 degrees. Comfortable start to our day. It is one of those days where I think it stays overcast for the most part. There may be some traceable light showers at times, but you could also easily just stay completely dry where you are. Temperatures will be upper 50s to a few spots could hit 60. Tomorrow, all dry for Veterans Day. We don't really have any likely widespread rain until Thursday and Friday, and then more rain at times into the weekend.
Good Monday morning to you, and it's an important date in military history. The U.S. Marine Corps turns 250 years old. On November 10th, 1775, John Adams drafted a resolution creating what was then known as the Continental Marines. Now the U.S. Mint has unveiled a special commemorative coin to honor the Marines' history. Currently, there are more than 200,000 active duty and reserve Marines serving in the United States.
And we say thank you for your service.
You do.
Your time now is 7:30. Thank you for joining us here. We have Tim Gordon in for Drew Carney. We have a little traffic for you in here in just a bit, but first let's get to your weather.
Just a little weather today. Here's a look at our satellite picture. Cloudy skies overnight kept us from getting cold. Coldest temperatures have been low to mid 40s out there this morning. We've had a touch of rain in that story, but the latest observation for our region says nobody's reporting any moisture. Radar is showing some light rain showers mainly up to our north. There's the state capitol. Obviously no fog, good visibility, and still looking at some pretty fall foliage, although the leaves are getting more sparse on the trees, surely. 46 is the number there, light winds. Good visibility and a break in the cloud cover actually over downtown Portland currently. And there's that mild temperature I was talking about, 50 degrees. So your planner moving forward, a day that you may or may not feel what I like to refer to as just a little raindrop on the nose at some point. Otherwise, all dry. Felt good actually. 55 degrees at noon, 56 at 5 p.m. All right, here's Chris.
Here you go, Rod. This is for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, let's get you out the door right now. Over in Wood Village, 238th Drive right now. So we had an earlier injury crash here. Photojournalist Alyssa Taylor is on the scene. This is just north of Gleason. So obviously the main thoroughfare here to connect you to Interstate 84. It looks like traffic is moving again. They got a tow truck on the scene. So hopefully we'll get that thing, that crash situation cleared up pretty soon here. Again, no word on the extent of the injuries, but it looks like traffic is moving. All right, back to your freeway drive. I-5 from Clark County, slow and steady over the interstate bridge, but relatively in good shape. I mean, for this hour of a drive, 16 minutes is not bad to get you in from Main Street. Quick check at the Glen Jackson Bridge, I-205 traffic rolling along okay for now, and Interstate 84 doesn't look all that bad either. Right now, it's about an 18-minute clip to get you in from Troutdale to the I-5 split. Guys?
Good to see you. Thanks, Chris. Developing in Woodburn, the police department is investigating what caused an explosion at a hotel on Saturday. Police arrived at the Woodburn Inn on North Pacific Highway, where they found 3 people hurt. One outside hit by glass from that explosion. The other 2 were found inside a motel room with burns. All 3 expected to survive. This caused a pretty big disturbance. That motel was evacuated and cleared of any other explosives. Anyone with information is asked to reach out to Woodburn Police.
Police in Gresham are asking for help from the community to find a man they say is in danger. So take a good look at your screen right here. This is 41-year-old Kai Santos. Police say he was last seen at a care facility near Northeast Kelly Avenue and 7th around 9:30 Saturday morning. Santos is quadriplegic and wheelchair bound and is unable to care for himself. His family believes that he scheduled himself a pickup from Ride to Care, but don't know where he went. If you see him, call 911.
A Washington family is suing the gaming platform Roblox and messaging app Discord, claiming they failed to protect their teen daughter from an online predator. The 13-year-old girl was using those platforms when she met someone she thought was another teenage girl, but it was actually a man who exchanged graphic messages and photos with the teen. The now 14-year-old girl and her family are still suffering over what the lawsuit calls sexual exploitation and abuse, leading to emotional distress, psychological trauma, and mental anguish.
We can never undo what happened and the harm that was done, but hopefully we can, find some way to make them whole. That we're trying to force systemic change on Roblox and these platforms, really to make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone in the future.
Neither company has directly addressed that lawsuit. The unknown predator has not been charged.
New information this morning on a Saturday crash that injured 2 Portland police officers in Northeast Portland. Officers have booked 47-year-old Zachary Lee on DUI and reckless driving charges. Investigators say Lee turned into opposing lanes onto Northeast 129th Place, crashing nearly head-on into a police patrol car. Both cars needed to be towed, and all 3 people involved were taken to the hospital.
We're devastated. It still hasn't set in.
A local mother is mourning the loss of her son 1 week after he was shot and killed in downtown Portland.
As she shares her story with KGW's John Adams, she's urging anyone who may know what led up to his death to come forward.
Portland area native Taylor Ritter was full of life, a devoted son and big brother, always up for adventure. But for his mother Amanda, the last week has been a nightmare.
It's real, but it's not real, right? I feel like it's like a sick joke that someone's playing on me, but I know that he's gone.
The 20-year-old was killed by gunfire in the early morning hours of November 2nd in a parking lot on Southwest 3rd in downtown Portland. Portland police say the suspect or suspects responsible left the scene before they arrived. His mother, who was staying off camera to protect her identity, tells us her son's death has rocked their family.
No mom should ever have to bury their child. Their child should be burying us one day. So having him go and being my firstborn has really put a strain on my life, and let alone his younger brothers, who now feel like they have to step up in his position to be there for me.
Amanda says her son was only 2 pounds when he was born and grew up to love his family and the outdoors. This is what she would say to him if she had the opportunity for one more conversation.
Taylor, you are taken way too soon, and we love you and we miss you, and we would do anything just for one more minute. And if I could switch you places, I would in a heartbeat, because I've had enough time on this earth.
As the investigation into his death continues, Amanda is urging anyone in the community who may know something about her son's death to come forward.
If you know something, say something. If you know something about this, just say something, because I don't want another mother to ever feel the way I feel.
And that was John Adams reporting. Ritter's family has started a GoFundMe to pay for funeral expenses. We have that link available in this article on KGW.com. If anyone has any information about this case that they've not already shared with police, please contact Homicide Tips at police.portlandoregon.gov or call 503-823-0479.
A Hillsborough man arrested by ICE last month, and what his family insists was a case of mistaken identity has now been released. Victor Cruz has work authorization and pending visa. His family says that he was arrested in mid-October by federal agents looking for another man who has the same name who had a criminal history. Congresswoman Suzanne Bonamici, who's been pushing for his release, said in a statement that Cruz was released on bond following a judge's order.
Well, a local group of healthcare professionals took to the streets Sunday to protest against the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. Doctors, nurses, and other healthcare workers put on their scrubs and stethoscopes and joined demonstrators outside the ICE facility on South Macadam. They wanted to showcase their position as caregivers, no matter the status of the person they're treating.
We want people to thrive. We want people to live and thrive. We want families to be together. We're all about health, healthy lives. This is very negative. It has a very punitive effect on people.
Over the weekend, Portland police arrested 2 people outside that ICE facility. 1 person on Friday night for menacing and unlawful use of a weapon, and 1 person Saturday night for criminal mischief. Well, a strike could be looming at OHSU as thousands of workers vote this week on a strike authorization.
Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz joins us from OHSU. So Thomas, what workers are we talking about here?
Well, guys, these are workers, pretty much everybody here at OHSU that's not a doctor or a nurse or a student for that matter as well. So think custodians, painters, pharmacists, therapists, really all sorts of different working groups. The union says that they're looking for higher wages, especially for their lowest paid workers. Over the next 3 years, the union would like to see all of their workers paid at least $27 an hour. They say currently some make as little as $18 an hour. Last Wednesday, the union issued an impasse in negotiations after 10 months of bargaining. That means both sides will submit their best and final offer in a couple of days this Wednesday. That'll be followed by a 30-day cooling off period before a strike could occur.
It's disheartening to see other institutions in the Portland metro area, like bagel shops or car washes, offering $23 to $25 an hour for very entry-level jobs. Our workers, no matter what our workers do, are specialized, and they are absolutely critical to the mission of OHSU.
In a statement, OHSU says they value their employees, adding OHSU's leadership and bargaining teams will continue working to reach an agreement while also ensuring that OHSU is financially sustainable for generations to come. Now, a big question here is, will operations and services continue at the current degree if there is a strike? We asked OHSU that question. They said yes, operations will continue at the current rate. Those negotiations will just be going on at the same time. Tim, China.
Thomas Schultz, thanks very much. I'm going to head up the mountain now. Timberline Skycam. Oh, that's looking, I think that's a shot looking south towards Mount Jefferson. A beautiful morning starting up for a Monday morning out there. Snow's looking a little thin, though.
Yeah, I don't know much about the snowpack here. I'm pretty new to the area.
Pretty much zero right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks more more land than snow.
Yes.
We got a good start, and then,
And then melted, which is typical for October. You know, we had a couple of decent snow melts up there, or falls, and now it's melted. It was a year ago tomorrow, November 11th, that Mount Hood and Bachelor, the resorts on both mountains, opened up for daily operations. Remember what a big story that was a year ago, the earliest start to the snow season in decades for the resorts. Well, this time around, we're more along the lines of normal. We'll see if we can get open by Thanksgiving weekend or not. Often it can be well into December before you really start to build a snowpack. All right, we've got some rain showing up offshore, and as that approaches, a reminder, the best chance for any light rain today at all will be you folks up along, especially the north coast from Astoria, Long Beach, and down into Tillamook. Looks like a dry day to me out over the Dalles, and mostly cloudy, but some breaks, kind of a similar sky to what Portland has from the Oregon Veterans Home camera. Pretty camera here with some blue. This is getting up into the Cascades on the west slope. This is the Mount Hood, Oregon Resort camera up in Welch's at 1,500 feet. Some shallow fog pockets. Pretty cool looking fall photo there. And a break in the clouds over downtown Portland currently as well. 51 in downtown, so nice comfortable start to our day. 48 in Tigard. Nobody's really cold this morning. 46 in Oregon City. 45 in Estacada, 45 in Corvallis, 46 degrees in Salem. Simba is our KGW pet of the day. Again, we're now doing dogs, cats, donkeys, ducks. Thinking of everything we had on the show last week. We had a hamster on, so send us your photos. Pet of the day at kgw.com. We'll get your pet's photo on our show. All dry out east today. Some of you will reach 60, 65 in Bend. Nice day in Central Oregon. The clouds could thin when you get south of Salem today, but otherwise, I think Portland, for the most part, stays mainly cloudy. Chance of a trace of rain, but overall, we think we're pretty quiet weather-wise with not much rain at all until we get into Thursday and Friday. Here's Chris McGinnis.
Hey, thank you for that. All right, let's get you out the door. I want to start off in West Lynn this go-round. I-205 southbound. Something seems to be hanging up the traffic. Well, was heading down towards Stafford Road. Okay, well, whatever it was there, and now it's not. So that's good. I-5 through Tualatin, zipping right along right now. That's right at the 205 interchange. For perspective, the cars that are coming right into your living room, not quite. That's the 205 South interchange. So that's going into I-5 South. There's I-5 northbound right there. We're rolling along just fine on that side of town. The drive's starting to pick up a little bit on Highway 26. This is out near Murray Boulevard, and you can see that eastbound commute now is certainly getting busier, but not too bad. 22 minutes gets you in from Hillsborough and the drive through North Portland. Tim, we could do much worse than this at this hour of a Monday morning drive. That said, it's about 18 minutes or so to get you in from Main Street to the Fremont Bridge.
Yeah, not bad at all. Chris, thanks. Well, still to come on Sunrise, thousands of miles of forest damaged by extreme heat. What researchers say the 2021 heat dome did to Oregon's trees and why they're worried that it could happen again. Plus, parts of the Great Lakes slammed by snow over the weekend. Check out that picture right there. We're going to have a live look at current events coming up. Current conditions, I should say. Maybe events, too. We'll see what's happening when we get there. Don't go anywhere. Sunrise continues after this.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.
It feels like a warning sign.
Researchers at Oregon State are sounding the alarm after finding a record-breaking heat dome in 2021 scorched more than 1,000 miles of forest in western Oregon and Washington. Temperatures rose to 116 degrees in Portland in late June of that year. It was brutal. For 3 days, our area saw record-breaking temperatures. Researchers say around 5% of forests in western Washington and Oregon were damaged. Many lost leaves and needles that summer, which is something experts say they'd never seen before. And they worry about what would happen if heat waves occurred in back-to-back years.
Having parts of the canopy die off, having the productivity for a whole season be curtailed is not good for the health of the tree and could contribute to forest decline.
That's Adam Sibley. He's one of the scientists who contributed to that research. He says some trees stopped growing in 2021 due to the heat, and he's worried more trees could be pushed past their limits in the future.
Meanwhile, across the country, parts of the Great Lakes are bracing for up to 1.5 feet of lake effect snow as others already dig out from the first major storm of the season. We have video from Michigan where they got up to about 2 inches of snow in some places. Take a look at that. And then we also have a live look in South Bend, Indiana right now where you can see cars just absolutely covered by the snow over there. And to Illinois now, where people in Chicago are prepping for some snowfall, which is expected in parts of the city. They are under an alert for a lake effect.
Oh, it's November.
Oh, November.
You know, I got most of my the training that really mattered, that taught me what I do for a living when I worked in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is 30 some miles inland.
Okay.
And I remember they would send me, I was doing mornings, and they would send me to do a live shot at noon. So at noon, I would go to often a place called Holland, really adorable community right along Lake Michigan. They would literally have snow this deep, and it'd be snowing to beat the band.
Dang.
And then Grand Rapids, Michigan, 30 miles inland would be partly cloudy and 38 degrees. So they're narrow little belts of snowfall, and it's lake effect is like it's really light, fluffy stuff. You can literally almost blow a foot of snow off your mailbox.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's which is why it stacks up, and you have Buffalo going, we got 60 inches of snow,
it's not packed.
in a couple of days.
Sure.
But on the flip side, 60 inches of snow, 60 inches.
That's a lot of snow.
That's a lot of snow. Yeah.
If you're the one shoveling, it is. All right. Chicago, 28. These are current temperatures. Chicago, about 4 inches expected in the city all total. They're still under an advisory for snow during the day today, but only about another 1 to 2 expected, and have about 2 on the ground. So 28 there. By the time you get down into Cincinnati and down into Kentucky, snow showers mainly sticking in the grass with ground temperatures during the day freezing or just above. Again, these are current numbers. It does showcase the cold weather all the way down into Atlanta, where it's 38 degrees right now. So watch out for that. Where you see the little circle of white, that's snow shower activity down through Kentucky and Tennessee, as I mentioned. That's the core of all this, which is an upper level low. And then you can see the snow being picked up as the winds come across the Great Lakes and pick up those lake effect snow areas. All right, back on our little side of the world, we have clouds streaming inland. So far, the only observation I've seen that's picked up rain inland has been Astoria, and that was several hours back. This is noon today, showing a lot of clouds, showing just a chance of mainly some traceable showers. There's a little batch around Astoria. I mean, you could make the case there's a period midday of some actual light rain up here in Clackamas County that maybe would accumulate 5, 6, 100ths of an inch. Outside of that, I think for Portland, a lot of us simply will stay dry or see no more than maybe a passing sprinkle at some point. Here's tonight at 6 o'clock. Still a lot of clouds here on the west side. And then tomorrow, Veterans Day, no rain chance at all. If this is exactly right, we start off with partly cloudy skies, and then we cloud over during the day, and we have a lot of clouds on Wednesday. Here's the latter part of Wednesday with rain gathering offshore. Again, it still looks to be we don't see anything significant in terms of widespread measurable rain until we get to Thursday. It's only Monday, so we've got some quiet time coming up. Here are the clouds from the Chehalem tasting room out in Sherwood, where it's 49 degrees. Here's another vineyard camera. This one shows some breaks in the cloud cover down. This is Willamette Valley Vineyard, just south of Salem off of I-5. And temperature is 46 in Salem. Eugene is colder, 41. Eugene has had some dense fog. At one point, visibility was down to 1/8 of a mile. And a spot that you folks, if you're going to be down Eugene, you might just find partly sunny skies later today with thicker cloud cover up toward Portland. Partly cloudy out east as well. Burns is the icebox this morning at 26. Valley forecast upper 50s to about 60, mainly dry with the best chance of even a touch of light rain being near to north of Salem. 58 today. I like 58. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday. I like it. All right, then we have the likely rain coming in on Thursday and Friday. Some showers around on Saturday and another front bringing us some rain on Sunday. Here's Chris McGinnis.
All right, Rod, thanks for that. Let's get you out the door. We'll pick it up in Oregon City this go around. No problems. I just wanted to let you know we're always watching, right? I-205, there's your drive over the Abernathy Bridge. That actually looks pretty good both directions right now. I mean, it's getting busy, but traffic is moving. I-5 through the 205 interchange in Tualatin. Again, that too looks pretty good. We do have some significant slowing now at the Sylvan Hill. Highway 26 right at Skyline Boulevard. The drive starting to tighten up inside of 217. So the trip in from Hillsborough in totality has come up just a little bit. We're now looking at 24 minutes to get you in from Brookwood Parkway. And last but not least, through North Portland. Man, that actually looks really good. That's I-5 up near the Expo Center. That said, it's still just shy of 20 to get you in from Main Street to the Fremont Bridge. Tim?
Chris, thanks. Well, is your teen not getting enough sleep? Well, it could be more serious than you think. And coming up, I'll look at a new study from the University of Oregon that shows sleep issues could be aging teens faster than expected. Sunrise continues right after this.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW Plus.
If you have a teenager in your life, listen up. Researchers from the University of Oregon say teens and young adults with sleep problems, including snoring, are showing signs of biological wear and tear at an earlier age than expected. Researchers say that signs of stress or dysregulation, known as biomarkers, may reflect a teen's increased risk for anxiety, depression, and hypertension later in life. The study found frequent snoring was common among teens with biomarker changes and could put them at risk of sleep apnea.
If you notice that your teen is having snoring, loud snoring, or pauses in breathing during sleep, go see a primary care physician who can or a sleep medicine specialist who can do diagnosis and intervention for that.
Researchers say diagnosing biomarker changes in teens can help identify their possible risk of disease early. It is time for us to get out there, and this week we're headed to Hood River. So if you like history and scenery, John Goodwin found a trail where a pipeline is a pathway to adventure.
Well, hey guys, today I find myself in Hood River for what is a very unique hiking experience. This trail is something that most people call the Hood River Pipeline Trail, and I can't wait to check this one out. Come on, let's go. To find this trail, you may have to do a little searching. The parking lot is down by the old Powerdale Powerhouse, a decommissioned hydroelectric facility off Highway 35. Now, I usually stay away from judging difficulty levels on hikes since everyone's different, but I'm very confident calling this an easy one. You start out by crossing some railroad tracks. Trains still move through periodically, so be alert before hopping over. Almost a mile in is where you find the pipeline, a bizarre sight, but one that makes for a one-of-a-kind hike. A catwalk contains you right next to the river for another half mile. So here we are at the end of the pipeline trail. A nice little chain will tell you that you probably shouldn't go any further, but right here alongside the roaring Hood River, it's just a perfect day to be out here with the essential Pacific Northwest vibes. There are spots to hop off to get close to the water, no doubt a summertime idea. It's a great place to break up your journey where others have ended theirs. This 3-mile stroll with minimal elevation gain is an unusual mix of old industrial infrastructure and riverside nature. In Hood River, John Goodwin, let's get out there.
Coming up at 8, KGW Sunrise continues live on KGW Plus with a look at crowding issues at the Multnomah County Animal Services.
How you can help animals in need of a home at the Troutdale facility, where dog intakes are outpacing adoption.